What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Reckless Millennial Wednesdays. Today we're going to be talking about grocery planning, meal planning, planning out your shopping list, all the other good stuff. If you're new here, my name is Destiny. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more content from me. And yeah, let's get into the video. So now I'm going to tell you guys how we set up our grocery plan and our meal plan for the month. And the first thing that we do is we go through our pantry to see what we have, and we go through our fridge and our freezer to see what's in there, see what's like left over from last month that we can make a meal out of for the next month. And usually we find a couple things like some sides, like some rice, some broccoli, or like some extra like cream and chicken cans, or like canned goods or something like that. And we're like, oh, what kind of like meat can we put with this, or what kind of other sides can we put with this to make it a meal? And once we do that, we kind of go from talking about what's in our pantry to what meals we can make with our pantry, which is the second step. So the meals that we can make with our pantry, we like write down and like figure out, you know, what can we add to this to make it a whole meal? What do we like to eat? What do we want to see different this month? Or do we want to eat the same thing as last month because it was just so good? Then we end up talking about what we need for like the weekend food. So on my little calendar that I'll put somewhere on the screen, you will be able to see that on the weekends we have like a eat in or eat out slash eat something in the fridge type night. And we really should take out the eating out part because we're not going to be eating out this month because it's just not in the budget. But on the weekends we are like eating from the freezer. Really, we eat like freezer food, like freezer pizzas or freezer fish sticks or like chicken nuggets or something of the sort, and we just kind of stick to eating like freezer food over the weekend. If you have a problem coming up with meals on your own, just ask your family what they want to eat, or ask them what they want to see differently during the next month that you're planning for, because you kind of fall into a slump of like making the same meals over and over again. And if you do that, I usually like to go to Pinterest and try to like find some recipes, and once I find a recipe, I pin it to a board that is like, these are the only recipes I'm going to try board. Like, I have a board that's like, what's for dinner? It's like all this bull crap and like all these things that I'm never gonna try. But like when I find something I'm actually gonna try, I pin it to like a separate board just to make sure that when I go find it, I can actually find it and like look up the ingredients and like actually see it there, because Pinterest gets so confusing sometimes. So I have like two separate boards to say like, oh, I really am gonna make this, and then, oh, like I'm never gonna make this, but this looks so good, like I will try this one day in my life, probably never, but I still pin it anyway. Once you get all your meal ideas, you need to list them out and organize them in any way you want. I have chosen the calendar format to list all our meals just because in my mind that like works for me. Like it works to be like, oh, on Monday we're having this, on Tuesday we're having this, and it doesn't mean like we're gonna stick to that strict schedule, but for me that means like we have enough meals to get us throughout the month. So just find a way that works for you. I don't know that the calendar is gonna work for everybody, but find a way that works for you. If listing them like 1 through 31 works for you, if you need to have a meal every single night because like your family's just big and they eat everything, then list it 1 through 31 and make that, oh sorry, that was very loud, and make that list like however you want it, however you're gonna understand it. So once you figure out all the meals that you're gonna have, you list them 1 through 30 or 1 through 31 or however many days in the month. Apparently I don't know anything, but once you figure out how you're gonna organize them and stuff, look at all the meals and figure out what ingredients you need for those meals. Even write down the ones that are already in your pantry just to make sure that you don't miss anything, because you're gonna be like trying to remember, oh, that's in the pantry, don't need to write that down. Write down every single thing that you need for those dinner items, and you'll see why in a second. Just write down. Once you've made your list, you can go in and cross off the things that you know you have in your pantry. Like go back in your pantry, look in your pantry and see like, oh yeah, I have this rice, I can cross that off. Oh yeah, I have this pepper, I can cross that off. Have enough pepper for all the recipes. Yeah, that's fine. I have enough like garlic for all the recipes or something like that, and then like have enough cream of chicken cans for all the recipes, and just like start crossing stuff out that you already have and that you know is going to be like supplemented whenever you're trying to make the dinner at home. So whenever I cross off all the lists, I like to make a new list with just the things that are on, like just the things that I'm going to need, and then I like to separate those things by store. So me and Nicholas have this thing where we don't like to get meat from Walmart, we like to get meat from like Food Lion or something. So we went to Walmart today and we got like tilapia and like salmon from there, but we don't like their produce or their meat really. So we prefer Food Lion over the Walmart like poultry section. So I'll be going to Food Lion tomorrow and picking up like different meats and things that we actually, you know, like. I don't know. We make lists of what store we need this from and what store we need that from. And then if you can buy it at either store, I usually put it in the middle. And also with this tip, try to shop at cheaper grocery stores because Aldi has some good hidden finds. Me and Nicholas love these like blueberry Nutri-Grain bars. They're like off-brand. I don't know what they're called. But they are so good. If I can find a picture, I'll put them right here. But they are like so freaking good. Like we love them. I don't know what it is about them. They're like off-brand. I don't care. They're so good. We go back to Aldi just to buy them. So after you're done making your list and stuff, and you put like what kind of stores you want to go to, and you know what meat you want to get from what store, and what produce you want to get from what store, and like you make that list and separate it out. Go ahead and check the online prices because you might find out that, oh, you don't really care about the Food Lion chicken over the Walmart chicken if the Walmart has a better price. So if this price point is a thing for you, then like go ahead and go with the Walmart chicken. We like quality, so we just kind of go ahead and pay whatever the Food Lion meat is, and we do like budget that in and think about how much we're spending on the meat. And then on the sides, we usually like kind of calm it down a little bit and like go cheaper on the sides. Like we get like store brand or like off brand, whatever, and it tastes the same to us like the sides do, but the meat doesn't. So if that is not a big thing for you, you just figure out what works for your family. Now that you're ready to go to the store, you have your list made, you have it separated by store, you have everything all printed out and all written up, and you can type it up if you want to. That's real fancy, but this is how like we write it down. I literally just write it down like this. Like on this side it's like Walmart, and on this side is Food Lion, and then in the middle is like what I can get from both stores, and it really doesn't matter. Most of the stuff today we got from from Walmart. And then like at the bottom I have like miscellaneous. I have Target, and I like their meatballs for some reason. Like they have turkey meatballs and like beef meatballs, and I can't find that at Walmart or Food Lion, so I go to Target and pick them up. And then also down here I have Sam's Club. They have good like meats, and they're really cheap. Like I can get a roast for like $6, and it's like it could feed like 4 people, but obviously there's only 2 of us, so we'll have leftovers. And then over here I have Trader Joe's, and I don't know if y'all have tried this Mandarin orange chicken from Trader Joe's, but it is bomb. That's just like my simple list, y'all. Like this is it. This is how I make mine. This is like nothing fancy. I literally write it down in a notebook, and then I doggy tag the page to like make sure when I'm in the store I can find it easily. All right, so you have your list. You ready to go to the store. You need to get your form of payment. So if you're paying with a credit card or debit card, or if you're paying with cash, I know a lot of people do cash envelopes. We have not been doing cash envelopes recently just because like the, you know, germs going around, so we've been using our cards just because like we don't, I don't know, just touching money, and money is such a dirty thing, so we just decided that, you know, going with the card is fine. We've been doing pretty well with our budget and like not going over, so we have been using our card. But if you want to use your, you know, cash envelope, please take that with you, and you'll know how much money you need to spend whenever you go to the store. Also, whenever you're price matching, you need to go ahead and look at all the prices for the rest of your stuff on the list, just because you need to know how much money you're spending before you go to the store. So once you get in the grocery store, it is very overwhelming because you see all the things that you want. You see all these candy bars, you see all this ice cream, but that stuff is not on your list. Don't be picking that up. Keep on walking, keep on going past, follow your list, keep your list in hand. Do not put your list away. I did this at Walmart, and Nick literally looked at me and said, I think we should go. I think we're just picking up things now. Like, and that's because I put my list away. Like, I put my list up and we were like, oh yeah, we need this. Oh yeah, we need that. Oh yeah, we need, without even like thinking about it. And food is such an easy thing to justify just because like, oh, you're like, I'm gonna eat it, it's fine. I'm gonna put it in my body. Oh, I need nourishment, blah, 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 all this stuff. It's such an easy thing to justify, but I promise you, that bucket of ice cream that's not on your grocery list, you're not gonna miss it when you get home. After you don't put your list away, you keep it out the entire time. Make sure you cross things off your list as you pick them up. So you can be like, oh yeah, check, got that. Oh yeah, check, got that. Check, check, check. To see when you need to get up out of that store. Because once you're done with your list, you should be headed to the line to check out. The self-checkout, the people who check you out, wherever you're going to check out, that's where you need to be headed. Because once your list is done, it's done. And my last thing is, don't let items tempt you. I know that ice cream, them ice cream sandwiches look so good in that freezer. I know from experience, they just look so good. But do not let those items tempt you. You don't need them. If they're on your list, that's fine. If they work for your family, they're on your list, then yes. But the ice cream sandwiches were not on my list. We did not pick them up. We do not need them. So when you get home, you put all your groceries away and you're like excited for the month, you're happy, you got food in the refrigerator, you got all this stuff going on. Share the plan with your family so that they know what food is going on what day. Like any miscellaneous things that that your family eats out of the fridge, just make sure they know that they're not eating like a viable dinner item that you have planned out and like specifically bought for dinner. Please let me know if any of these tips helped you throughout your, grocery shopping journey, meal planning journey, monthly meal planning journey. Let me know if anything's helped you. And if you need something else added in, don't just try to go by my rules. This is just what works for me and I just wanted to share with you guys. So with that being said, that's all for this video. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and hit the button and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.